What's up, it's Jim from Techno, and in this long requested video, and a topic that I know a lot of people are struggling with, is raw sounds for hard techno and industrial techno. So a lot of people know how to make rumble kicks, a lot of people know how to make these classic techno kicks, whatever. And recently, people have been blending hardstyle with techno, and obviously that leads to a lot of outrage. So before you drop some hate comments about, there's no techno, whatever, it's like, we're just listening to whatever the scene is doing, and I'll copy it and make a tutorial, you know? Chill out. So this is a very quick kick that I made with that raw setup. It's not really that good, but it has this industrial feeling, and it's based on this thing here. And we're gonna make something like that in Serum. And the thing is, you're not gonna just make this very specific sound. We're gonna make something that will allow you to create thousands of different sounds, okay? That's very useful as a sound effect, as a punch. Then if we dial in as well our crunch, and then even this one, you can use it for pre-drop kicks, you can use it for so much. If you make hardstyle, obviously you might have seen this on our On Point Samples channel too, so maybe you already know how to make kicks in Serum. I just wanted to show this to techno producers as well, so you're able to really make people angry by crossbreeding fucking hardstyle and techno. So before I dive into it, join our Discord server, link below. We're growing very fast, and download this template, including the preset, for free with the link below as well, alongside thousands of other sounds for free. So let's open up Serum. It's the first thing you want to do. And in Serum, we're not really going to focus on the punch first. We're going to worry about a full kick. So how you do that is opening oscillator A and B and taking down the phase randomization, so we have a consistent kick every time we hit a note. A kick is obviously made with a punch, a top part and a low part. So 1 up and 2 down. Then LFO1 is going to act as the punch envelope like this. Put it on envelope, put it on the level. Now we have this. Don't worry about the shape too much. LFO2 is going to be the crunch envelope. Make these two blend together something like this. Level, open up. And both need to be on envelope. You kind of have this kick sound already. The second thing you want to do is go into distortion at diode 2. Get this very up-tempo feeling already. Compressor, take down the threshold. So then we're gonna focus up on the punch. It's so simple actually, but yeah, the punch just needs to go through a filter, filter A, oscillator A, filter A, whatever. Get something like a high pass filter like this, add resonance and drive, and the fat one right here. You can later tweak this filter and find things that work better for you. You can really experiment with the filter for the punch. You can even drive this through it, but that really comes to play when you add crazy filters like this. As you can hear, you already get a lot of sounds, so let's just stay with the simple one, the high pass. But make sure only A goes through. Second thing you do is go in oscillator B and find a waveform that looks a little bit like a square, that looks a little bit like a sine slash overtony thing, not like this. Well, that could work, but what we're looking for is most likely this 8-bit FWAP. This is a great one to start off with. Then you want to take the warp mode of oscillator A. We're going to FM from B. Every little tweak results in a bunch of different sounds, especially if you tweak it like this. You know what I mean? So we're going to tweak these later. LFO3 is going to look a little bit like this. We just want a little bit of movement, and envelope it and add it to the cutoff slightly. We're doing this to create movement. You can also add it on FM here, but it's just to make movement into the punch, which is very important. LFO4 is going to be pitch automation. Envelope it like this, add it to the pitch only of A. But you can also add it here. But just make sure you go up octaves again. That's where you get these gated kicks, but we're not making hardstyle, so... Well, sort of we are. But... This is just for movement in the punch. Then, what we're gonna do is add reverb. I'm usually not adding this in the beginning, and that's because I don't want to overwhelm the sound. Because when I play it now... Reverb. Non-stop reverb. So, size decay like this. Actually, most of these can go to 50%. In this case, LFO5 is going to be the reverb filter automation, whatever. add that to the mix here. Then you can add this in front or afterwards. So we can add it before the distortion or after. This is clean, this is distorted. That's why I don't add it. If you want that very overblown driven effect, just add it in front of this and you get the very crunchy crunch. Very extreme, and in here it's clean. I'm just gonna remove the reverb for now because I don't wanna disable it all the time. So then in front of this you can add a filter, and as I said, you can add it here, but you can also add a filter here where you add a flanger, and the flanger L6 Plus is very, very good. Resonance and drive. So now I think it's time to add some macros. So as you can see, the FM is a very big macro, so FM punch. Then another one that's really big is the cutoff of the punch. So cutoff punch. Then another one that really has a lot of different variations is this one, the cutoff in the filter. So cutoff kick, I guess, because this results in the whole kick. And then you can manually change this one. Then something I maybe want to add is a bit more drive, and then an EQ that goes in front of everything. And here we're gonna just see what's up, you know, like you can see that you get these very up-tempo kicks. This is just me improvising, but just envelope can go to the gain of this thing, so only in the punch it has an effect. And we can even double it by taking the same, well, not the same, almost the same frequency. And then this one can control the frequency range of this punch. Make it slightly similar so that you hit the same places. Now, we still need a little bit of movement in the punch, so let's add a chorus for that. Add it around this range, feed, depth, and we're gonna use LFO1 to enable the chorus only when the punch plays for like 50%. Or even 20. You can also play around with different filters. So to improve the sub, we can also add LFO2, which controlled the crunch, to the sub oscillator right here. Add it on +1 maybe, and add a saw wave. And you can also pull the sub through the filter here, so to create some overtones. And then you can change the octave of the punch. If we now disable the level of both these crunches, we're left with a bunch of different sounds for the punch. And now it's just tweaking until you find something that works for you. So this might work. What I like to do is now add that reverb. And you can just play it, render that out, and bam, we have a reverb. So I made this before the video, obviously. I made this one with a different setup, which is this serum. You can download that for free again. Different output than what I made now, but still a usable sound. Let's see what I did differently in here. Flanger L6 Plus, yeah, well. Maybe this works, you know? And then the trick, what I did right here, is just take this punch that we made. I'm just gonna show you a quick processing sequence. It's nothing much, but basically what happened is I take my punch, then I take my low kick that you would usually use for rumble kicks. Then I took a rumble, then I took a noise together, then this. All into one channel, and in here we're just gonna add the following. And we have a kick processing video, obviously, online that you can check on our channel to know what I'm doing. But yeah, boost frequencies, make sure that the sub is mono. Add a transient shaper to improve the attack and the pump, and just add some very fast speed so it only affects the punch, which you can hear. Then we're adding another EQ to really boost the low mids and reduce some stuff. This was all experimentation. I just make the kick and then I tweak it. So finally, inflator with 100% and a lot of input gain. Then you can tweak. And I know that for a lot of people this sounds like shit, but I made it very fast. And I just took another sample, like the one that I just made, pull that through the processing, see how it sounds, I don't know. Let's see what happens if I tweak it again. See what this does. I just know that this is going to be great for pre-drops, fake drops, you know, these things that people are doing in hard techno. So now you know how to make raw sounds in techno and apply them into a kick. Maybe we'll just drop another video on how to make proper fake drop kicks, you know, these pre-drop kicks, how to blend raw kicks together. This was very fast, obviously, how I explained the kick. Now you know where to start and how to actually do it yourself maybe. So again, join our Discord server, link below. Download the whole template for free, including those presets. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.